What's up guys, welcome back. We're going to be solving another question in today's video, and we have x to the power of x plus 1 is equal to x, and we need to solve this equation for x. First of all, let's just go over some laws of the exponent. When we have a to the power of b plus c, this will be equal to a to the power of b times a to the power of c, and this would be the scenario that we have in here. So basically our x to the power of x plus 1 is equal to x to the x times x to the power of 1. So we're going to use that. On the left side of the equation we have x to the x times x to the 1, and on the right side we have x to the 1, and here we can bring x on the right side of the equation to the left side, so this will be equal to 0, and now we can see the common factor here and we can factor x. So x to the x minus 1 is equal to 0, and now we have a times b is equal to 0, meaning our a can be 0 and our b can be 0 too. So this is our a, this is our b. So let's go with a is equal to 0. That means our x can be 0. That's one answer here. And we also have x to the x minus 1 is equal to 0, meaning x to the x can be 1. And we solved a few questions in the channel regarding the different scenarios that we can have in this situation. So when we have a to the b is equal to 1, there are three different scenarios that we have that we can get this one in here. So the first one is when we have our base, or a is equal to 1, regardless of b, we're gonna get 1 in here. So if we do that, we're gonna get x is equal to 1, and that would give us another answer. So x is equal to 1 is another answer. So in the second scenario that we can have our b is equal to 0, but this comes with one condition, and that would be our a cannot be equal to 0, and that's because we're going to get 0 to the power of 0, which is undefined. So we have to avoid this situation, and if we go with this, basically our b is equal to 0, meaning x is equal to 0, but if you look at this, x is equal to 0 is going to make our base is equal to 0, so this is not an acceptable answer in here. Although in the previous part we found that x is equal to 0 is acceptable, that's because if we look at the main equation that we have, if we have our x is 0, we'll get 0 to the power of 1 because we have x plus 1. So that's not going to happen for us, but like looking at this condition by itself, it wouldn't be acceptable for us if we have x to the x is equal to 0. But regardless, we have x is equal to 0, one answer. And the last one is the most tricky condition in this situation, and that would be when we have our a is equal to minus 1 and our b is equal to an even number. So let's show it with 2 times n, and n is basically positive integers. So our b can be basically 2, 4, 6, 8, and etc. Looking at the equation, we have x to the x is equal to 1, and we cannot, since the exponent and the base is the same, we cannot have our a as minus 1 and at the same time have our exponent an even number. So this doesn't work in here, and we'll end up with two answers: x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1 as the final answer for this question. So yeah, that's pretty much for this one. Hope you guys find it helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or any other solutions to solve this, and you guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.